Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Different women find different men sexually appealing. Now, I've talked about this before, but you know something I'm peeping when I do body game videos. Invariably, someone comes on and say, oh yeah, well, you have to have a real low body fat and you gotta be real lean and everything. And here's a mistake with that, because I've always said only thing I've said as far as body fat, well, no, as far as body game, I have said that muscles will get the most attention. But I also said, you know, it could be a man with, who's real, you know, brolic and all of that, you know, with 20-inch biceps, or it could be a guy who's slimmer, but still cut, got veins popping and everything with 15-inch biceps. Look, here's the thing. Different women are going to be turned on by different men, period. Any notion that they only turned on by one type of man physically, one type, is crazy. Even in the fields where you talk about male exotic dancers or even gigolos. Okay, they have those muscular bodies, but they're all not the same. Some are bigger, some on that like alpha showpiece thing, and some on the slimmer side. You know, women just like different things. That's it. That's it. In fact, one of the things I always base, I told you, most of what I say 90% of what I talk about is based on what I've seen directly. I've either experienced it myself or I witnessed it. Very little is based on something I read in a book. And really with books, I'm gonna just say with me, most books do for me is confirm something I've seen already. To me, I'm talking with somebody else who's seen the same thing. And when I look at the men that I've known over since the 70s, who had women like crazy, the majority of them, you couldn't say they were low body fat. You know, lower than average, maybe, but not like extremely lean. That's up to this minute. Like the majority, not all of them, of course. And then you got some, they definitely on the slimmer side. And I've known quite a few big man players. Big man, they got women like crazy. Like you know they've dealt with multiple women. Hell, the women will tell you. The women will tell you. And all that means is just very simple. What's still the main thing I say? I say, get the best body for you. If you endomorphic, you just endomorphic. I've known some serious players of multiple races. They were more endomorphic. They were big old guys, you know. Then I've known a few who are on the slimmer side. And then, you know, the perfectly athletic, muscular side. But each one of them got different women. See, understand something. Here's a basic thing. Just a very simple thing. All women do not like the same man. Now, that idea is promoted, and it's really a stupid idea. And the proof is in the pudding, because different types, different body builds of men are getting women out here. And I say the only commonality is not even the muscle, just a good body build. And even then, I've met women who say, hey, they'll take a little bit of a gut. Like one of the things that inspired this, a woman said in a recent webinar I was in. A recent webinar, and this is a slim white woman, and she said her preference was stocky black men. Now, before we get into, just because he black or something, she specifically said stocky. You know, she ain't want some lean dude. She likes some big old dude. And y'all see me, I ain't small. Now, people ain't seen me fully. When they see me fully, oh shit, you solid, Ron. No, I got more of that linebacker build. I've had several women tell me straight up they like me for my build. In fact, I had one woman, I never forget this, I'm bigger than what I am now. She looked me dead in the eye, looked me right in the eye and said, I'm gonna put 40 pounds on you. Cause she liked those big dudes. She liked those dudes close to 300. I was nowhere near 300. But that's what she liked. See, understand something. A lot will go into a woman's sexual desires. Like the first thing is just her DNA. Just her DNA. You know? Just her DNA. In her DNA, there's going to be a type that mainly based on the males in her family before she's even born. That's just in her DNA. And then based off of her father, based off of what kind of build that he had. And then based on her imprint, the imprint is the combination of the first 3 men who penetrate her. That creates a blueprint for what she liked. So depending on who they were, you know, they could have been slim basketball players, or they could have been like offensive linemen, or, you know, they could have been regular build. That plays a part. And then even beyond that, she might get with some guy who don't resemble like her DNA, her father, the men who imprint her basic imprint. He just turns her out. She's like, oh, wait, that type of guy, let me try him again. It's a lot of factors. There's so many factors. And then the racial background, where she at, who she has access to. It's a lot of factors that influence who a woman finds sexually attractive, and they don't. If you get like, if you get 100 women together, 100, and show them pictures of a man's face, body build, height, and all of that, they're not gonna give the guys the same scores. They're not gonna have the same reaction. You're going to get the one woman's going to look at a guy, you know, well, some of them will look at a guy and say, oh, he's fine, oh, he's gorgeous, you know. And then the other ones, then you get another group, they're going to be like, ugh, him? And then still another group, they're going to be like, yeah. And then even another group say, well, maybe if I get to know him. They all going to respond to him differently, but what's that based on? Not so much him, but that's based on their own preferences. And see, what have I said with body game? I say get the best body you can. Try to get in your best shape and then see who likes it. See who likes it. And like I said, I'm basing this off of men that I know were getting sex. Now thinking about it, they ain't capping. Like I'm seeing them with the woman, or I learned to trust their word enough to tell it. Honestly, I know a whole lot from women saying who they like, who they checking out. I know a whole lot from, remember what I said, a third of my clients are women. A third. I got a lot of women who follow this page. Got a lot of women who hit me up just casually, like they DM me or something, be asking about somebody. And I'll say, well, okay, who is it? Oh, big old dude, slim dude. They like different things. See, here's the thing, and I'm saying this to say, don't get caught up in thinking you gotta look like someone else. You just gotta be your best and see who likes it. Or don't get caught up in thinking you have to be something else, because then I'm gonna tell you why that hurts you. That means you're not confident in yourself. What did I talk about these past couple days? What did I talk about past 3 days? Women are looking at those intangibles. If you ain't comfortable in yourself physically, which is a part of body game, let me hit y'all with that. Part of body game is just to get comfortable with your body. If you ain't comfortable with yourself, that's gonna rub off on how you coming across to her. In fact, that's why a lot of big men people will be saying, oh, you gotta lose this weight. And you know how I do it. The big man be eating a rib like, yeah, whatever. Be getting all those women. He be like, how he doing that? He good with how he built. And there's another thing in there. It's, I'll just say earth yang, bagua. And I'll leave it at that for the metaphysicians. That gives you a big clue on like one type of man anyway that will get plenty of women. But at the end of the day, it's different. It's different. I've known guys who were short statured getting some fine women, taller than them. You know, the women liked it. You know, some women, some guys who were like maybe on the slimmer side getting play. I've known women going for guys who, they bigger than average. You know, football player build, all of them like something different. And it all depends on the woman. All a man has to do is just be his best and figure out which women like it. Very simple, all right? So that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.